All right. Hi, everyone. This is Mikhail. I'm doing our walkthrough for Lab 9. I'm doing our geocoding and reverse geocoding lab walkthrough. In this lab, we looked at geocoding addresses, spatial joins, and reverse geocoding as well. So let's get started. As always, please remember to have this be an N if you're doing any kind of on-campus work or you're connecting to the school servers. But once that's done, let's get started. One asks us to connect to our databases that we downloaded from Canvas. So let's go to our View tab and let's click on our catalog pane. Let's right click on Databases, Add Database, and let's select our Lab 9 geodatabase. Once we select that, let's click our catalog and check underneath Databases. And we can see our geodatabase is right here. Let's right click and add all of these to our current map. Right. Number two asks us to examine the geocoded roads feature, the attribute table for it. So let's right click and go to the attribute table. And we can see that we've got the address left and the address right and the from address left and the from address left too as well. So we can see that we've got both sides of the streets. We have both sides of the zip codes. We have names and we have compass faces, and yeah, cool. So we have a good idea of what we're going to be using for the next tool. So let's go to our analysis banner, let's click on tools, and then let's search for create locator. We have our create locator right here, geocoding tools, and let's go to our primary tables and select geocode roads. The role is going to be street address. And then the fill-ins for these is going to be object ID. From address left, to address left, from address right, no, from address right, to address right. We're going to skip past our parodies. Our prefix direction is going to be pre-dir. Our prefix type is going to be skipped. We're going to go down to street name. Street name is going to be name. Our suffix type is going to be post type. Suffix direction will be post dir. And we're going to skip down to our zips. And it's going to be our left zip is going to be our zip code L. And our right zip is going to be our zip code R. We're going to have our geocode roads create locator. All right, cool. Our language code is going to be English. And let's run it. And da 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 da. Yes. Warnings are okay. Errors are not. So this data might be a little bit outdated. This is okay. So this is fine. Nothing is wrong. So let's go to 3. In 3, we're creating a composite address locator. So let's go back to our analysis banner and click on tools. And then let's search for create address. Create composite address locator under our geocoding tools. Our address locators, we only have one. So then we're going to select our geocode roads create locator. And we can see we've got geocode roads underscore create locator underscore c dot lock locator. And let's run it. And boom, done. That was fast. All right. In the contents, we're going to click on our address geocode table. So we're going to right click, and then we're going to click on geocode table. Wait, didn't I just do that? I did not. And then we're going to use our composite locator that we just created in our last step. So then my geocode roads underscore create locator underscore c. Click on next. My input table will be address to geocode lab 8, more than one field. And just in case we didn't tell or didn't know how to know, we can click on that attribute table button and we can see we've got multiple fields right here. So good to go. So we have more than one field. What's next? And let's fill these in as best we can. So our address or place will be full add. Our neighborhood will remain empty. Our state will be state. Our zip will be zip. And yep, let's click next. These are all okay as their default. We don't need to change it. And let's click on finish. It brings us back to our original window. And let's click on run. And cool. These are my results. So let's start the rematch. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay. So we've got our scores, our match types, and our rank. So cool. It worked correctly. And we're on to number 5. Number 5 asks us to examine our attribute table. And let's be honest. I don't know the exact data for any of our null data points. So we don't know the exact data for points that are either missing information or missing data. So then we don't have the knowledge to really change this, like number 5 is asking. So then let's go to number 6. 6 asks us to run a spatial join to assign our census tract identifiers each point that is geocoded. So then let's go to our contents. And then we have our address to geocoded, lab 8 geocoded. So then let's right click. And then we're going to go to our joins and relates. And we're going to select spatial join. And we're going to join our census tracts to our address to geocode lab 8. We're going to intersect. We don't need a search radius. Let's click on OK. And OK. So I don't think I need this one anymore. Interesting. Oh, we didn't change our emergency healthcare. Okay. So then let's go to our contents first before we do anything else, and select this green dot for our SLCO emergency healthcare layer. And we're going to select, not health. Can we select health? Yes. And we're going to select, I'm going to be running a buffer. So let's select the small one for right now. If we don't like how it looks, or if we think it should be bigger, we can change that a little bit later. But, all right. So then I'm going to do this part one more time. Okay. So then, sorry. So then we have returns and relates, spatial join, geo1. Okay, so let's try this one more time. So then we're connecting our census tracts to our address to geocoded. Is there anything special about this? No. So, all right, let's try that one more time. And, oh no. Oh no, it all went wrong. Oh gosh. All right. Give me one sec, guys. I don't know why my points disappeared. So we've got this. We're running a spatial join on our census tracts. What is going on? What is the reason? Oh, so that's so I had this null selected from when I was in the attribute table a step ago. That's why. Oh, Arc, I love you so much. So I'm gonna go to edit and clear, and I bet you a dime that this works now. So let's right click and then go to spatial design, joins and relates, spatial join. And then let's select our join features as our census tracts, 1-to-1, keep all target features. All right, pretty please. Yes! Okay, that was the thing. I doubt that all of you might have that issue because you might not select the attribute table. So yeah, I'll just put a note in skip to this. All right, cool. So now we're going to use our Explore tool to select one of our records on the map and check it out. So then I'm going to select this one. And we can see towards the bottom that we've got census data right here. So let's close this out. And that's going to be your first deliverable, a screenshot of a point on the map and some of the census data that's in there now. So then that's 6. 7 asks us to create a layout map showing our individual patient locations in proximity to emergency healthcare locations. So this map, while it's missing our layout, which we'll build in a second, this map is, as it is okay to turn in. But, you know, we're budding GIS professionals. And if our stakeholders or if the government agency that we're working for, if even our project is asking for things within a certain radii, we can use a buffer to really get a good image of it. So you don't have to do this. I just highly recommend it. But analysis, tools, and then let's search for the buffer tool. We have our buffer analysis, and we're select it. Our input features will be our SLCO of emergency healthcare. Sorry, my voice is going. This will be our output feature class, our distance. We found that in lab, 0.25 might be a little bit small for our scale that we're looking at our map. So then we tried a 0.5, and that was pretty effective. But just for curiosity, let's try 75. And then we're going to change this to miles. Let's run it. And okay. We can make a visual inspection of this map and see that a lot of our points are not within 3/4 of a mile of a healthcare office. So that's kind of a concern. It should be a concern. And there's also a concern about the gaps. But hey, yeah. So we have our buffer. Do we need? Do we need this one? So then we never want to make our maps overcomplicated. And I need to make sure that oh, let's move our buffers to the top actually. Okay, and then let's do that. All right, so then we can see that we've got our buffer zones around our healthcare units. We've got our patient locations, and let's just change the background of our census tracts layer, okay? It's because that lime green is not doing it for me. So I'm gonna change this to black. Ew, no. Like a tan? Or do I even need that layer? Yeah, I don't think I need that layer because all we're really looking for in this map is the location of our patients in relation to our healthcare. So I don't need that layer. And okay, now we're going to do our layout, insert, new layout, letter, map frame, the map we've been working on by this point of the semester. So let's just add our usual map stuff, you know, the drill, our north arrow, our scale bar. Dang it. Yes, perfect. Our legend. Cool. And we have space for a title. So we need to edit our legend before we submit this. I don't think a stakeholder would like underscores and healthcare boo in our legend. So then let's go back to our contents. And then let's just double click these layers and the general tab and just delete the underscores and edit for clarity. So we can call this buffer. Yeah, we can call this 0.75 mile buffer. Cool. We have our SLCO emergency healthcare. I'm just going to delete the underscores. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing for my address to geocode. We're going to delete the lab 8 part. We're going to delete these underscores. Okay. And we're going to space out our geocode roads. Okay. So that's much better. There's no underscores, more easily understandable. So let's add a title. I'm going to choose rectangle text because I can just format it the other way. So I'm going to draw my square and really think about what we're trying to display with this map. We're trying to display healthcare locations, my goodness, in relation to healthcare facilities. Okay, so then when we have rectangle text selected, we can Control A to select all of our text and then format it. And I'm gonna make this 24. 26? Nope, 24. So I have a map of 24. I'm gonna make sure it's centered. Oh, that's perfect. It's on the line. Yes. And then we can export this as a PDF. So let's go to share, export layout. Please make sure this is a JPEG. Remember where you save it, and then make sure you click on export. All right, that's our second deliverable. And then one final thing we're asked to do is to go back to our map tab, go to our analysis, our tools, and then we're asked to search for reverse geocoding, reverse geocode. So we have it reverse geocode under our geocoding tools. Let's select it, our input feature class or layer. So we're asked to run the reverse geocode geocoding tool to apply address data to our emergency healthcare locations. So our input feature class or layer is going to be our emergency healthcare locations. Our input address locator will be our composite. So my underscore C. We'll leave these blank. And our output is good. Let's run it. All right. Let's check these out. And cool. We've got address data for our hospitals. So then this, we need to export this attribute table as a text file and create a deliverable Excel file using the document. Okay, so we have this all good. So let's go to our contents. We have our SLC emergency healthcare underscore Reeve. That's the updated one that we have that we've just been working with our addresses and good things. So let's go to analysis, tools. Let's search for table to Excel. And we're going to select our healthcare underscore Reeve. All right. Let me make sure I'm saving this to my desktop. Cool. Let's run it. And then we can check and see if this was ran successfully. It was. This is where my Excel table is. Let me check it out. And all right, I have our addresses and all of the things. So then this will be submitted alongside our other deliverables for this lab. All right. So then, yeah, that's lab 9, guys. We're more than halfway done. Yeah, so 1 is our layout map. 2 is our screenshot of our patient points, features, information. 3 is the attribute table of emergency healthcare locations in Excel, in Salt Lake County, with their reverse geocoded addresses as an Excel spreadsheet. So, yeah, you guys have done a great job so far, and let's finish strong.